Hi, I'm a cliffhanger and this is a brick movie. Residents of an apartment building one night find themselves trapped by a mysterious brick wall that has entangled the entire building. To get out of the trap, they unite and try to understand what is really happening. Who created the wall and why? And will they have time to escape before something even more terrible happens? The film begins with game designer Tim ringing with colleagues about bugs in the new game. When the connection lags, he remembers the miscarriage of his wife Olivia. His wife distracts him from work to take him outside. The house is being renovated there. The building is draped with a cloth so that the dust does not fly away and the residents do not stick out. The couple notice a helicopter overhead, flying towards a column of smoke. There's a fire somewhere in the city. Grabbing a pizza, Olivia brings her husband to the van, which she took from the repair. She offers to go on a trip to a new life, like a seasoned hippie. For the sake of such a case, a woman quit her job. However, Tim wants to finish the game before throwing everything, so he asks to wait. Shaders are being compiled. At night, while they were sleeping, a mysterious cloud enveloped the building. The water in the faucet stopped flowing, the fire alarm went off. When Tim wakes up, he sees that his wife has dressed. She wants to leave without him and never come back. However, an attempt to leave her husband is literally smashed against the wall. A mysterious wall of strange bricks blocked the exit. Windows are also blocked. The machinations of Microsoft, not otherwise. Strange bricks react to touch, although not immediately. The couple realize that they are locked in their own apartment. Actually, this is usually the case. While Tim is trying to knock out the barrier, Olivia calls the landlord, but the network does not catch, as well as Wi-Fi. Trying to catch a signal, Tim notices that the phone crashes when approaching a mysterious wall material, which cannot be identified. The couple are trying to deform the bricks with the help of a puncher, but they only heat up the drill. An attempt to break through the wall in another place also rests on a strange material that completely isolated the dwelling. The only thing that can be done is to punch a hole into the adjacency of the neighboring apartment and the wall. A couple of lovers of illegal drugs, Anna and Marvin, stop there. Noticing that there is no water in the tap, the couple check the supplies. Tim wants to try all the options to find a way out, just like in the game. For example, connect a mop and a duvet cover and apply a refrigerator. Olivia blames him for being stuck. If they had left as she wanted, nothing would have happened. And now they are immersed in a building covered with construction film. Who knows when people will realize that something is wrong with the house? Having dispersed after a quarrel in different corners, they think about what to do next. Tim notices a piece of metal stuck to the bricks. The couple understand that the wall has magnetic properties. The strongest points are in large bricks. Tim believes that there is some logic in this, as long as his wife tries to find this logic, using a scientific poke. After she put the cutlery on the big bricks, the wall threw them away with a powerful ejection. In the process, Tim was stuck with shards. Olivia had to treat the wounds, pulling out pieces of iron deformed by the magnetic field. Soon they hear screams and noise from the neighbors. The shadows respond, and the couple decides to widen the hole in the wall to get to them, armed just in case. In addition to the creative mess, they notice traces of blood and Anna lying on the floor. Trying to help her, the couple is attacked by Marvin. He knocks Tim down, but Olivia uses pepper spray in time. A baseball bat is used when Anna stands up for the guy. She explains that the blood on the floor belongs to him. Trying to break the wall, Lee accidentally knocked Marvin, just in case, tying up the apprentice's hands until the drugs are released. Tim inspects the apartment. He finds a closet, inside which there is a warehouse of suitcases. As soon as the light was turned on, the bricks outside the window began to wave. The man does not have time to examine them when Olivia arrives. Together they search the warehouse for useful supplies. In addition to miniature and not very video cameras, the couple find a cleaver. Tim tries to break through the wall with it, but not even a scratch remains on it. When Mervyn wakes up, he says that he can break the axe with such efforts, and apologizes for the outburst of aggression while high. Olivia, being an architect, offers a new plan to hammer not mysterious bricks, but the floor. So they will get to the lower floors, and firm there to the basement, where there is a bomb shelter. Firm it there is a passage to the subway. Maybe even 2033. They get to work. Tim breaks the parquet. Olivia is shoveling out the earthen pad. Having punched a hole, the prisoners descend to the lower floor of Tim, using a makeshift rope, purely for exploration. There he is met by Mr. Oswald with a pistol drawn. He tells the guest to get out, but then Lee, his granddaughter, appears. The girl convinces the old man that being locked up, saving supplies is not the best idea. They should try to get out through the underground tunnels together with their neighbors. When everyone has gone down, Marvin asks to cut the tape binding his hands. Tim fulfills the request, reminding that in case of an outburst of aggression, the old man has a gun. It will not be possible to get off with stunning. And so that the dope in the head quickly dissipated, the junkie is given to wave an axe. While Marvin is mining the hole, Lee says that the incident happened quickly. At night, she woke up in the toilet, and when she returned, the wall was already outside the window. Tim notices a built-in miniature camera in the smoke detector. Mr. Friedman, the owner of the house, installed them in every room. Tim checks the sensor in the kitchen. There is also a surveillance device there. Marvin assumes that they have become part of some kind of show. Olivia advises to ask the owner directly. He lives behind the adjacent wall. Having punched a technical hole, they go there. The owner's apartment is furnished in the style of a pimp's dream. Marvin privatizes the Cree leg in case of unforeseen circumstances. However, their fears are in vain. There is no one in the apartment. The owner himself is lying in a pool of blood near the entrance without hands. The guests lose their nerves from what they see. They leave, leaving Tim to deal with the mystery of the missing hands. He picks up the owner's phone. It's full of identical photos of the mysterious wall. Realizing that there is nothing to catch here, the prisoners return to Mr. Oswald to hammer down. Suddenly, an axe blow breaks a concrete partition. Part of the floor falls down with the people on the floor below. Olivia sets up the ladder found at Mr. Oswald's. He goes down with his granddaughter, although at first he wanted to stay so as not to be a burden to her. When the whole company has gone down, Yuri appears, a man who has stopped by for a few days to visit his friend Anton. He died safely from a heart attack, right in front of the wall, perhaps the pacemaker turned off. Yuri says that the bricks are a precautionary measure designed to protect them from all kinds of attacks. The opinion that it is safe outside is divided, but by a majority of votes, people decide to look for a way out further. Leah stays in Anton's room to review his notes. According to Yuri, they have to do with what the wall really is. Residents break through the bottom and go down to the basement. Olivia and Tim wander through the corridors, smashing doors, looking for a passage into the tunnel to the subway. Having found it, the woman breaks the rusty old locks with an axe, while Yuri looks ominously into the hole in the basement. He smiles when he hears the screams of new acquaintances. As he had expected, they came across bricks. Marvin has a tantrum. He tries to make a hole with a cleaver to calm him down and save the axe from breaking. Mr. Oswald has to put a gun to his head. Pretending to calm down, he snatches the barrel from the old man and discharges it into the wall. Bullets freeze before they reach her. Tim, remembering the cutlery, tells everyone to go to bed. When the bullet was thrown back, only the old man did not have time to dodge. Mr. Oswald is bleeding out in his granddaughter's arms. The tenants return to Yuri. Anna is trying to figure out exactly why they ended up here together. Assuming that this is due to a near-death experience, she experienced clinical death. Leah's mother died. Yuri, being a policeman, killed a man on duty. Olivia admits that she and Tim lost the baby due to a miscarriage. Tim is uncomfortable discussing this incident and goes out. The wife follows to find out at last the relationship, why they are estranged from each other. It all ends in a quarrel. But it gives the necessary impetus for them to want to act. Tim suggests going back to Mr. Friedman's room to search it for potential clues. Lee and Olivia stay to study Anton's notes. Maybe there's something in them, too. Finding a business card, they find out that he was engaged in nanotechnology. Rummaging through the broken gadgets and documents, the girls find a record of the code that supposedly can open the exit. Yuri warns that it is dangerous. Is there radiation outside or, worse, other people? Tim, Marvin, and Anna find the remote from the secret room. With the help of Flower, they learn the numbers involved for the code 24 combinations in total. While Anna calls the others, Tim goes through the options, opens the secret room. Inside, it turns out not to be Harry Potter's lair, but a remote control for hidden cameras in the house. Leah, staying in Anton's apartment, tries to figure out what he knows. In a fit of sudden insight, she examines the corpse, removing the scarf from it. Traces of strangulation are visible on the neck. The owner didn't die the way Yuri said. After waiting for the others, Tim rewinds the recordings to find out when and how the mysterious wall appeared. They also see that Anton, apparently, managed to open the wall. Noticing that Yuri is not with them, Marvin goes in search of him. He burns Anton's notes, which are the key to the exit, and lays lifeless body lies on the floor. The others watch a recording of Yuri killing his alleged friend. Realizing what's what, Tim grabs a gun and runs to help Marvin, who is already being strangled. Yuri manages to knock the weapon out of his hands and almost strangle Tim, but Marvin wakes up and kicks the scoundrel in the face. Olivia, who came running, asks not to kill the man. He may know how to get out. After listening to his wife, Tim knocks Yuri out with a blow to the head. After tying up the prisoner, Tim gives the gun to Marvin to keep an eye on him. He himself goes to his wife, who is mourning Lee. The man suspects that bricks of different sizes are part of a code, like Morse code. After seeing Anton's business card, Tim realizes that he worked in the building where the fire occurred the day before. This may be interrelated. Residents interrogate the awakened Yuri. Under the threat of a gun, he admits that the wall is a protective system against threats like atomic war or chemical attack. Anton decided that the system worked because of a failure caused by a fire, so he wanted to open it. But Yuri stopped him. Marvin, in a fit of rage, beats the prisoner until Anna calls them to the surveillance room. She found a recording of Anton's work. He programmed an application to open the wall on the principle of a code. Although Yuri broke the device, Tim can restore the data. After copying the application and downloading it to a working smartphone, the residents return to Anton's room to test the theory in practice. After scanning the door through the app, they see 4 buttons on the screen. Consecutive pressing causes flashes of light on the camera, which activate the bricks. The mysterious wall goes in waves, but does not disappear. Anna pokes her finger into the resulting liquid to check, and then puts her hand in. The others are trying to pull her out, but to no avail. The wall changes its structure, solidifying again. As a result, only half of the girl remains, and not to say what is the best. Marvin bends over the scraps when he notices that Yuri is laughing. In another fit of rage, the man shoots the prisoner, killing him. Marvin selfishly spends the last cartridge on himself, not wanting to live without his beloved. Left alone, Tim and Olivia talk, finding peace and harmony for once. Then, the guy suggests trying to exit again, using a different combination of buttons. Suddenly Olivia has an idea. Each button turns on a certain number of flashes. Anton managed to find the right combination by opening the wall. It's on the video. After checking the record, the couple return to the wall, not noticing that the wounded Yuri has woken up. After attacking Tim, he beats him up, after which he switches to a woman. Retreating, Olivia falls into the basement, where the awakened husband throws Yuri with a Spartan kick. Jumping down after him, Tim and his wife run away, locking themselves in the back room. While the man is holding one door, Olivia is trying to open the other with the help of an application and a combination. Yuri attacks Tim with a knife. He tells his wife to run into the open doorway before it's too late, but there he hesitates. The opponent raises a knife over him to finish him off, but at that moment, he gets an axe on the head from Olivia. The couple walk through the tunnel to the exit. Outside, they are waiting for a dazzling bright light and dozens of buildings, entangled with protective walls of nanomaterials, which have become deadly traps for unprepared residents inside. Instead of helping them with their knowledge, the couple gets into a van and drives away, listening to the news on the radio about the activation of a secret protective system that has entangled the entire city. This is where the film ends.